Hello boys and girls, this is ImAnderZEL of course, and oh yes, welcome to another Battlefield 3 video. We got ourselves some excellent rush here on Strike at Karkand, and it's a rush, of course, attack, 64 or 48 player server, I actually don't remember, and I'm actually using the M16A3 with a setup I haven't used for months now, or basically a bit more than a month. I would to say months would be to exaggerate, I guess. Anyways, I'm using the M16A3 with a trusty Cobra sight, but I'm using it with a suppressor and a foregrip, and I haven't, as I said, used it setup for a really long time, simply due to that patch and how it kind of nerfed the suppressor and the foregrip a little bit on the M16A3, and I've generally liked it better with the heavy barrel, but now I decided to use it again with the suppressor and the foregrip, and I had so much fun the other night when I recorded this. Excellent, because people are so used to. There's so few people using the silencer now, so it seems like people are more or less relying on watching the map on regular servers, or softcore servers, as you say, where basically when you fire your gun and you don't have it suppressed, you will show up on the minimap. So I did fucking great in this game. I was goddamn lucky. I rarely never get a game like this, but this game went really fucking well for me, and you guys are probably gonna fucking like it. So I spent the last two commentary videos talking about how it was for me, like growing up, being a child and stuff like that, and it seems like you guys fucking love that stuff, and I saw that a lot of you guys requested like stories from my high school era, or what the hell you should call it. It's basically called gymnasium in Sweden, the Swedish equivalent to high school. It's actually free in Sweden, so you don't have to pay for it. Everyone has the right to have the Swedish equivalent to high school education. So, but it's 3 years, it's not 4 like in the States, and you can have a lot of fun during that time. And I thought I'd tell you about that a little bit. Starting off actually with the teachers, because this is something everybody's gonna be wondering, like, how was your teachers? Did you have a favorite teacher and stuff like that? So I thought like I'd tell you guys a little bit about that, and I actually did have a favorite teacher. He's I won't say his name even, but we can call him Peo. That's actually short for his name. Anyways, this guy, he was amazingly funny, a crazy old kook, coot, do you say coot? Like crazy old man basically. And this guy, I would say he had like 3 years left to retirement when I started my education. I was going to get educated as a plumber, and I actually am. I'm a fully certified plumber, except for I haven't done the lärlingsperiod, as we call it in Sweden. Basically, you have to be a trainee at a real plumber's company for about a year and like work alongside with a certified plumber before you get your certificate and are considered as a real plumber. But anyways, I finished all the education stuff like that, so I can basically do anything like what one of those plumbers can do. It's just that it takes me a lot longer to get it as good as they do. I mean, something they do that takes an hour would probably take me 4 or 5 hours to do as good, and you need a lot of tools. But anyways, this teacher, basically the best teachers I had was these plumber teachers that had something to do with the plumbing part of my education. This guy also, we also had math with this guy, and like electricity and stuff like that, and he was amazing. First of all, he was a good teacher. He actually was a really good teacher. Very few teachers actually made as much sense to me as he did. I had a few other really good ones too, but this guy basically took the prize because his fucked up stories. I mean, just as an example, this is a story he told us. I'm an extremely bad storyteller, especially when it's me telling someone else's story. But he basically, like the 3rd day after we started, like in the first year, he basically made it pretty clear that he's a crazy dude who don't really have a problem with like saying his mind. And when you pissed him off, he got really pissed off. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. he basically told us about how he and his friend went to Amsterdam, had sex with hookers, and tried out different kind of drugs. And I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the story he told us about the time they were gonna try hookers for the first time. They decided his friend would try one out first. It sounds weird when I say try one out, make it sound almost like hooker aren't peoples, but you guys know me. I mean, like some words in English I don't use that much, and hookers slash prostitutes are not a word I use that often, so that's kind of why. But anyways, they were outside this bordello or cat house or whatever you want to call it. They went in, they selected the girl or the girls that they liked the best, but basically his friend had got to select first since he was first up. So he selected a girl. They went into a room basically where they're gonna do their dirty deeds, so to say, do the humpity, do the... I don't know, I don't have any more synonyms for fucking. I'm just gonna say it straight out. They were gonna fuck. So she started taking off his pants, and right about when she was gonna take off his underpants, his whitey tighties, he actually ejected the entire load. Right over her. He was so nervous and excited that she didn't even have time to do more than basically pull down his underpants to his knees until he basically was finished out of the game. He shot his load. I don't know, I don't have any more synonyms for that. But I mean, that pretty much tells the entire story about this teacher, who's my favorite teacher, because I'm pretty sure, I mean, you guys are almost 50,000 soon, almost 50,000 subscribers. I mean, it feels great to have that many of you guys watching my videos. That's fucking awesome. I never thought I was gonna get this far on YouTube. Must mean I'm doing something right, and I'm hoping you guys enjoy what I'm doing. I try to take as many pointers from you guys as possible, since it's for you guys I make these videos and entertain and stuff like that. But where the fuck were I? Yeah, yeah, basically. The point was, you guys are almost 50,000 soon, and I'm pretty sure I mean, the amount of you guys who have had a teacher telling you about the prostitute story, I can count on one hand. I'm pretty sure there are less than 5 of you guys who ever had a teacher that told you guys about a prostitute story, how he and his friend, or he tried out a prostitute. I mean, just that makes this teacher pretty goddamn awesome. Pretty goddamn awesome. And the stories he told us, oh my god, some stories was just fucked up. And also had another teacher who taught us like about we were first year basically, and second year we were taught about a lot of things like primatics and oh god, how am I gonna explain this in a good way? Basically, first year and second year we were taught all kinds of stuff. Just the third year just plumbing, but the first and second year we were taught about like ventilation shaft and like how refrigerators and air conditioners worked. We were taught about all kinds of stuff, and basically this guy who taught us about how like heating, plumbing and stuff like that in houses works, and plumbing and heating and radiators and air conditions and all that kind of stuff. Basically, he was a funny dude too. He didn't tell us as fucked up jokes and stories, since I would guess this guy is about 50 now. Maybe he was about 45 or something like that when I went to high school, or the Swedish version of high school, so to say. And I'm gonna guess he didn't want to like tell the most outrageous stories, simply because he could lose his job, and that would be pretty bad for him, since he needs to work like at least 20 more years before he can retire. But anyways, this guy basically told us not an outrageous story, but a pretty cool story. How he got a call that a warm water heater had exploded, and this was way before Mythbusters ever tried this myth out on TV, so I've never heard about this. And he basically told us that he went on a call, he went to a house where supposedly a warm water heater had exploded and basically took half of the side of a house out, of a small wooden villa, and we were like, no, we don't believe you. Oh, oh fuck me. Had to cough, I'm sorry. The coughing was not part of the story, by the way. But basically, it told us that the warm water heater in that house had exploded in a big kaboom and made a big ass hole in the house. And we were like, no, do you take us for fools? I mean, what the hell? We're still like kids, we're not 18 yet, but do you really think we're that stupid? But he had figured that out. That we would kind of question his story, if it was real or not. So he showed us a picture, and half the fucking house was missing. It looked like someone had bombed the goddamn house. To explain kind of how this works, a warm water heater works by heating water and basically pressurizing it, so you get warm water pressurized in the pipes in your house, so warm water will get out of the taps and the shower and stuff like that, basically. So it's pretty important that shit is warm, basically. And if you don't have a release valve on a warm water heater, it can actually explode. But I had no idea it could explode like this, and you guys should believe this story, since I mean most of you guys probably seen Mythbusters and seen what the fuck happens when a warm water heater explodes. It's like a big ass bomb. I mean, a grenade in Battlefield is not even close to the power a warm water heater can explode with. And basically the release valve for when the pressure gets too high was broken on this one, and the same goes for the heating element inside of it. So the whole thing just fucking exploded into big kaboom. I wish I had a picture to like put in the video and show you guys, but just search on Mythbusters like warm water heater explode and shit like that, and you should find it. The video ends here, sadly. It's missing 30 seconds, as I said, but we won. I got 53 kills, 4 deaths. That's pretty goddamn awesome in my opinion. So as usual, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.